Hello and welcome back to the table, folks. We have we have had a few changes, a few technical issues, but everything should be up and running by now. Everybody's here as well. Last session, our grand party met the supposed Silvira Savikas, who turned out to be an old ancient Eladrin elf called Ethel Leonine, and who gave them a little bit of information that they were seeking in terms of what has been going on with the two cities, Elturel, Horgrim's Gate. You guys also found a way to basically halt the decaying of Branwolf's dead body, whom you've lost 2 sessions ago. And this way, Frozen and Amber, Freon has him pocketed currently, I believe.
Yeah.
And you were starting to kind of set out your feelers on after uncovering that, definitely I don't have my notes in front of me. What was his name again? The guy from Elturel, Thavius Krieg, there we go. That he had something to do with the vanishing of both, definitely Elturel, not so sure about Horgrim's Gate, but he made a pact with Zeriel that ultimately ended in the city being pulled into Avernus, the first layer of the Nine Hells. And also with Blackwater's parents missing, as they were en route to probably Horgrim's Gate, and all you did find there was a crater. Your best guess is that they are down there as well. So you are currently looking for a means to maybe travel to Avernus yourselves. The one way of doing so, the elven Eladrin woman, the lore master, offered you a possibility to do this for you, to prepare the plane shift spell and help you in that regard, but she is missing a tuning key for that. And she said deep in the catacombs of Candlekeep, there is one to be found. And by doing so, by retrieving that tuning key for her, it'll be enough of a show of good faith for her that you are also ready and just ready for whatever might come or wait for you in Avernus directly. So, after gaining that knowledge, you went to the House of Rest, the local big tavern in the courtyard of Candlekeep. You each ordered one by one a room for the night and are currently in the midst of taking a bath, resting after the hard battle with the orcs after days of travel as well. So as you're now sitting there resting, preparing yourself for bed, is there anything else that you might want to do?
Yep. Having some dinner and drink and
All right.
yeah.
Still in the evening, the same day, basically, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't we say everyone is gonna have a bath and then we're gonna meet up in the
Yeah.
downstairs again?
All right. So you do come back downstairs. You see it's getting a little bit more busier. There are more monks or more of the scribes and monks around as well. You do see the big ogre with his headband and nice clothing, who's currently in the process of dishing out drinks here and there. And you do get together around a table. You reconvene there. Kilfrida is still missing at this point, but yeah, you all come together, and there's a table right in front of you, empty.
The Downwind. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll wave over the what was it, ogre?
The ogre, yeah.
Yeah.
That reminds me, 1 second. I still need one of my files here. So yeah, the ogre comes over to you and kind of while cleaning one of the mugs, leans down. Yes.
Uh, do you have any dinner or any, I don't know, yeah, drinks and food?
Oh, yes, we have a bunch of good stuff. Is there anything in particular you want to have?
I would be happy with some ale and, I don't know, just some meat and bread and cheese.
We have a fine local brew of the ale here that I can bring you right away.
That sounds nice. I don't know. What about you? Yeah.
All right. We have a currently on the menu some pickled spicy sausage and some black pudding on the side. And of course, some bread. And there's a rather good cask of red wine that we just got over from the east. If you are interested in this. But I'll bring out some stuff. And he slowly, like, just makes his way off without taking any further orders.
What about Her Highness, you mean?
Stop it, you guys.
At this point, you also see Kilfride coming towards your table. Strangely enough, she has her greatsword with her, all her equipment in her pack on the back, and she just kind of steps close, nods towards Tiala, and says, "Well, I guess I won't be staying for the night since I still have quite a ways to go up north. But I thank you, Tiala, it was, for all that you have done, and I will not forget that I am forever in your debt.
Are
If
you
you wish to see me again, we might be able to meet up at Haffers Hall in Woodhaven. That's where I will be staying these next couple of probably the next 2 months or so. And then we'll see where
where
my
was
journey
it?
will take me. Haffers Hall in Woodhaven.
Okay. Are you sure you don't want to stay at least for the night?
No, beds are something that just feels strange to me. I like to sleep with the open sky above my head. And don't
Then,
worry, I'll keep clear of any of the orcs.
yeah, let me have a look at your wounds. How does she look?
She still looks pretty beaten up, but stable. But you already see that she has a few like bandages around her as well, and she's kind of probably been tending to herself during the bath time.
I'm gonna cast Healing Word at 2nd level at her.
All right. So while doing so,
If
you
she allows it.
you see she kind of like just puts her head down and embraces the energy that passes on from you. You see there's like a few interesting looks here and there throughout the tavern. Um,
Yeah,
but
just a thought.
but
Maybe.
strangely enough, they don't seem off put by it. They don't seem as shocked as the usually the folk would be around in taverns or stuff where you've been using magic before. You're getting the sense that these
I mean, Ethel
uh,
just magicked as well, didn't she?
yeah, you do get the sense that
So,
they might be used to the odd arcane stuff being thrown around or two.
Yeah.
that's just me being me. She is like 5 hit points, which is nothing but.
All right.
Yeah, but I feel
And then
like we're
you're
safe
never
here.
gonna see them again because your friends are going to look for interesting books and stuff. And that's how the story ends. I don't know. Would you?
Yeah, Kilfrida just chuckles to herself and says, "Thank you for your company and for the energy that you put into picking me back up on my feet. I will see you on the road and bid you farewell." And she, with a last nod, just makes her way uh, outside the door that then falls to a close behind her. The ogres, like a few of the, it's not himself, but a few other that seem to be like staff members, a young woman and a young man, that bring out a couple of things now for you. As he did promise, there's like some pickled spicy sausage. There's some little, little shell, like little what's the plates, thank you very much, little plates with several like carrots, cut carrots, some bread, also some wine, and a few ales that you ordered as well. At the same time though, there's this huge, like, the door to the tavern cracks open, um and you see a kind of medium but small built man entering it. um I don't know if the Don wants to describe himself.
The Don enters the Don. Well, the man is of medium build, a little bit paunchy. You know, he has a little bit of a belly, even though he looks like he can be very quick if he wants to. He's very gaudily clad. He's dressed in, well, in layman's terms to say, he's dressed like a torero, like a toreador, and very, I mean, it's a cheap costume, really, but it's made up to look like the best thing ever. And he has an air about him that he enters the room and he just oozes charisma and, but also narcissism. He knows who he is and he loves who he is. And so that's about it. And, oh yes, and he's wearing sunglasses, even though it's a dark tavern. His only weapon is a slightly bent rapier, which looks like it has seen action, but it could be a better weapon. And he enters smiling and humming a little song on his lips.
Blackwater, give me a history check. Yep,
Why him?
because he's the only one who might have known something about this.
There's the great
13.
folklore.
You can't put your finger on it, but the clothes or the outfit that this man is wearing kind of reminds you a little bit to be Keopian, from the Keopia island, as you've known it and seen it before on the neighbors, the weird neighbors, as you've seen it on some of the locals there. But yeah, Don, you do see the only table that seems to still kind of be only half taken is the one the rest is sitting on. Is now the whole tavern, together with the music, it's is getting louder, and there's like a bunch of different scribes and monks sitting around in place, and it's pretty packed at this point.
Hmm. Well, then I guess I'll approach the table and say, "Good fellows, dear lady, stout yeoman, is there perhaps room for a wandering traveler who doesn't seem to have a seat anywhere else?" Stout yeoman, of course, was towards Freon, you know.
They all look at you in silence and shock.
I dread Freon's. I dread Freon's reaction. Stout human. That's a man. Oh, you look like one who can really deal it. Yes.
I thought
And
he might be related to you. I'm Oh,
I know none of you, and you might probably know some of me. I might introduce myself first because that is what you do. Oh, 'tis right. I am a bard, but I am also a fighter. May I introduce myself? My name is Don Alfonso. I am a folk hero in my land, and I have traveled. I have an adventure which I am, and might be truthfully looking maybe for a troop which I could join, who might be stout enough to go where I am heading.
For protection.
Hush. No, I'm Don Alfonso. I need no protection. Well, to the DM, of course, who knows it, and Freon, who knows it from an earlier life. Don Alfonso is a nice guy, but he's just full of it. He's just a windbag. Yeah, but not dangerous.
yeah. Maybe sit down if you want to, but
Oh, I thank you. Oh,
yeah,
milady.
and then I'll
next-
turn my back to him and
Yeah.
turn towards the
So the
others
chair
again.
next to you, if I may. Oh, I have overheard. Am I really here in the? And I kind of whispered to her, I overheard royalty. Somebody mentioned something. I heard. Am I? How may I address you?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, I'm just Tiala.
Oh, Tiala. Yes. You may call me Don. So in this,
Blackwater.
and according to your attire, you do look like a fighting man of the sea yourself. If I see it correctly, I am some not quite unknown. I think the correct term would be admiral. Hey, a lot to stare at.
You do see, Don, that there's a bunch of like food already decked out on the table. More than enough for
Oh well.
for at least like another 2 people or something who are maybe missing from the
Well,
table.
that's enough for me. 2 people. I eat for 3. So may I of course will gladly bring the coin to the table, but may I join you in your meal since you have already ordered?
No,
Oh, okay. Then I will order
we
myself.
just offered you a space. That's it.
Oh, this is a grumpy one, I see. You must be a very keen fighter of the Dwarven Isles.
You
I
Sure,
have the
sure.
highest respect.
you
I've
see
always had
the
the highest
ogre
respect.
ogre coming clear again. Is there anything else that you might need?
Oh, my good man, please, I would like to have a round of drinks for my new friends here. New guests, please.
We didn't order anybody here. Everybody here is just by themselves. No, we only have a few other means of spreading musical harmony and entertainment. And you kind of like he just gestures around the room, but obviously you don't see any like anybody playing an instrument or something. There seems to be just something in the air that kind of
I reach behind me and lift up my lute and say, "If you want, I can give you a song. If that's what you wish, I can play for my supper. But I do, if I have the feeling correct of my dwarven friend here, I think he's rather one who'd like to have his peace and quiet. So I shall not abode. I will read my scrolls and attune to my bardic and kind of drop it on the side. Magical lore, which I'm trying to learn and perfect at the moment, since I do have a few powers. Yes, but go ahead, talk amongst yourselves. I am going to study
study.
my scrolls a bit.
So, what kind of round of drinks am I
Whatever they
supposed
want.
to bring?
Order what you want, my new friends.
And he looks to you again.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. You offered me chair and table. I offer you drinks. That's the least of which I can do.
Ooh, I have something very special, all the way imported from over at Ethiopia. It is something a little bit different than what the rebellion halflings like to brew up. But
It wouldn't be the Golden Bull.
oh, it is indeed, yes.
You
That
must
is
have this.
one.
This is the best. Please, good man, bring a bottle of your Golden Bull and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no 4, counting the DM, and
Counting
4.
the ogre, yeah.
Yeah, counting. If you want to join us, please. You must have a drink of this. Golden Bull is the most expensive.
Excuse me? 2 bottles.
Make it 3. It'll be a nice evening. On my tab.
3, and he kind of he starts counting with his fingers. 3. That's going to set you back 150 gold, though. Can you pay up front? Because not
Yes.
everybody walking in here has that kind of
Of
money.
course I can. One moment. Let me see how much do I have. Put it down here. I think I started out with 200 or something. I'm really leaning out for you guys. Yeah, so I put down 150 paid right away.
All right, and he takes the bag and leaves behind the counter
I
and
hope you
in one of
guys
the
are
rear rooms.
impressed. You little ingrates. You better be impressed. My God.
Shortly after,
I'm oozing charisma, by the way. You know, you
well,
guys, everybody should love me. Okay.
well, everybody is kind of just waiting for the wine to arrive. He then comes back with 3 bottles and 4 glasses and sets them all down at the table and just says, "Will you fellas enjoy?" And then returns back to his chores.
I dish them out for everybody, lift my glass, and say, "To new friendships." Cheers.
Cheers.
Everybody,
I put a bottle in front of Freon for you, my friend. Cheers.
Just ignore him.
Yeah, that's okay. So I drink and I kind of settle back, knowing when the time has come to shut up.
shut up.
Yeah, usually even Don Alfonso doesn't know when to shut up. But
Eyeing
now
his scrolls.
yeah, I'm eyeing my scrolls.
Exchanging the sunglasses for the spectacles.
Yeah, taking off the sunglasses, you see little tired brown eyes, and putting on the spectacles, and just sitting there sipping my wine and reading my scrolls.
I peek in. What is he reading?
Oh, I kind of show it to you. It's the regular things. It's here we have a little bit of. Oh, I have a little bit of something which I kind of getting a little bit better in my cantrips and my level spells here. Which maybe I'm pretty good at cure wounds. If we ever should encounter something, I can help you with that. I am very good at disguising myself, and at the moment I'm just now perfecting Thunderwave and Bane. And these here, if you see, you probably know them yourselves, milady. This is Vicious Mockery and the Mage Hand, which I even think my dwarven friend might know.
Both Blackwater and Tiala make a perception check.
Yeah.
I rolled a 1.
5, okay. You see that he is also while shuffling through the things, there's a couple of books in there as well. Some seem to be bearing the Candlekeep mark on the side, and some seem to be history books. No. Hey, with a 5, that's all you see. Or what was it you rolled? Yeah.
I roll after showing it to Tiala and having Blackwater nudge in. I roll everything back up, put it in the side of my bag here, and and continue just sipping my wine, just minding my own business, trying not to aggravate Freon more and not to be anything, just being content and being able to sit at the table.
Well, I might look like a wood elf, but my mother actually was a high elf. And yes, one of the more important ones. Well, no.
No, she's looks like she's an undercover princess, is what it probably is. So that's what. Yeah. No, she
Well,
did.
because I'm just Tiala, I'm not here as princess. Do you see a crown? I don't have one.
I have this marker we could
No,
use.
thanks.
Still has a couple of uses left, right?
All of them. Ah, that's all right.
Just something for the future.
Just yeah. But I mean, I don't want to pry. It's not getting us into any trouble. Your
No,
title and good. Good enough for me.
I don't think so. Well, no.
Have the whole elven army on your ass tomorrow? Sure.
No, I'm just a traveler. Yeah.
By the
And I
way,
don't think anybody will recognize me.
I only had 169 gold, so I spent everything just to impress you guys. I only have 19 gold pieces now left. So
Oh, I know what I'm gonna order soon then.
nothing left to order. I have to sing for my supper, and then you're up to it.
All right, then how
So
about
yeah, I mean the tavern room itself is busy. Nobody's paying attention to you guys.
Okay.
Everybody is frolicking, but still in a
Yeah.
very organized manner. It's not like chaotic, a bunch of people just drinking and partying all day
And-
long. This is a nice gathering and lots of talks going on
Okay.
here and there.
I'm going to risk talking since Blackwater is the only one that's really talking to me, and Freon is still ignoring me. I'm going to risk asking Blackwater, are you headed somewhere as a group, if I may ask? Because maybe we have the same goal.
I would rather not disclose that, to be honest.
Okay, I can understand that. I wouldn't just want to disclose mine either. So that's good. So we'll just part ways. No
Perfect.
problem.
Well, it was nice
Well,
having
first
you.
we'll finish our drink first. It was expensive enough. Good man. Stout yeoman, I spent 150 gold, hoping to be able to join your troop. And if not, it's no problem.
I think you
I'll
can join
have
us
to
for
continue.
3 bottles of wine.
No, I just was wondering, because you're a small group, maybe you needed protection from a folk hero like me.
Protection from you. Yeah, I think
Not
we
from
might
me,
need it. Yeah.
with me. Hmm. Well, I think it's about time I use my super duper persuasion here, because
Oh boy.
this is not working. I'm going to roll a persuasive thing, kind of give him the eye and says, it could be a good way for both of us, if we join groups, because
Well, you can do an insight check on him, Blackwater.
and I would like to
Can I nudge
do a
someone to help me?
persuasion.
Nope. It's
I'd like
just
to
you.
I'd like to
Oh,
persuade. I would like to try to persuade Blackwater into talking the rest of the group into taking me on their travels, if I may.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
No.
Against his insight. I
Please
mean,
don't
you
be.
also have, I think, I don't know if you have a couple of spells. If you really want to throw spells around, but you could just like be
No,
your
I'm-
persuasive self.
I'm being my persuasive self. That's 16 plus 9 on persuasion. I am so good. So that's 25.
Rion, help me, please.
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, that's a 6.
Fits.
That's a 6. He seems very persuasive to you.
Oh boy.
He looks like somebody that, under
can
the right
really need.
circumstances, you could help him and he could become useful to you down the road.
I mean, I haven't seen you in action yet, but the way you talk, you can definitely talk yourself out of certain situations. So you know what?
Oh yes.
You know what? I'm up for it. But you will have to ask not only me,
Of course.
not only myself, but
Of course.
the Highness.
Okay.
the Highness and the
Okay.
great.
Can
I'm
you
going.
stop it, please?
I'm going to ask Freon next since he's the hardest.
You don't need to roll for
I'm just
persuasion.
gonna
It
say
doesn't
no.
work that way.
Oh, okay. What else can I do?
He is
performance?
very persuasive in his
Yeah.
manners.
I can also do performance, which is also plus 9. I'm
Well,
really.
if you want to like sing a little song and just do your thing, sure, but you don't need to. No,
Well, that's
there's
true.
no
yeah,
need
that's
for rolling.
true. No, okay.
For Freon, you have to start stripping, I fear.
What? No, I'm just gonna cast suggestion on him.
Suggestion. What does that do?
Okay.
Let me see.
Something
see
nice.
if I can. Let me see if I can counter that.
I need to look up suggestion again.
Oh, I love
I can
Yeah.
send it to you.
And see. Reactions.
So first, he has to do a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
The bard
Yeah.
is-
Do you know if Oh yes, okay. So as Freon sits there, starting a subtle incantation under his breath, Don, make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Okay. I also have, I don't know if that helps or not, as a reaction, cutting words, which I can use like, with the bardic inspiration, something against.
Yeah, no, we're not
an
really in a
attack.
battle right now.
Okay. Well, he's battling me. He's
Feels like
attacking
one,
me with
yeah.
that damn thing.
It's
Yeah.
not a like
Okay, wisdom.
an attack
One moment.
spell.
Wisdom. That's a 19.
Yeah,
Plus
that's
0,
enough.
yeah. Yeah, plus 0. He doesn't have anything, so it's a 19. Plus 0.
So what's your? I think it's your spell DC, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah, it's enough.
okay, so you do see that he's muttering something, and Don, you do recognize that the dwarf in front of you is muttering some sort of incantation, something tingling on your mind, but you immediately like shrug it off with ease.
Why? What did I ever do to you? Why are you trying to throw an incantation on me?
You're disturbing our evening. We allowed you to sit here because there was no other space.
Yeah, but
and
I didn't
now
attack
you're
you.
all no,
I-
but you're
I
annoying.
Well, okay. Well, then, if it's I see it that way, I paid my drinks. I paid my dues. I stand up. I leave the table and go see if I find somewhere else.
Okay.
No, you know what? I go out the door and I sit under a tree and try to write a poem about all this terrible thing, because I think I feel a song of hate,
coming up.
a song of hate coming on. So yes, I also have my pride, gentlemen, your highness, milady, and I leave.
All right. There is
sit
no other
outside.
you see on the way outside. There's no other
No,
table
I
three.
go outside. So I have the door in mind. If they come out, they would see me sitting under a tree,
Yeah.
moping. Spent 150 on these fuckers. Which Well, you know, steel and blind, and X don't have sleight of hand for nothing.
So yeah, the three of you amongst yourselves again. What do you do?
So,
So
Blackwater, back to our conversation beforehand. What's the plan with your parents? What do you want to do?
I would love to just jump into the Nine Hells, get them out of there, Wait. Is it a possibility that we can meet with Branwolf over there? Would that be something? You guys are the more arcane
Yeah.
people. Yeah, he's dead, exactly. He's in hell, probably, I'd assume. Afterlife. So,
Why would he be in hell?
afterlife, potentially? Is that not what...
Yes, but I don't know, the skill things, if they believe in, or what sort of afterlife they believe in.
Is it
Usually
really...
we go up Valhalla type, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is it really based on what you believe in, or is it just like this one unified rule and like that's what happens to you
Oh,
regardless?
are we having a philosophical conversation
We're
now?
starting this right the hell now, yeah.
Well,
Go on, Mr. Dwarf, please.
I don't know. We might find him there.
That's the thing. It would be amazing if we could solve both problems with one solution.
Yeah,
So
sure.
I'd be willing to. And that's the thing. Branwolf is stable right now. He's not going to change unless you
Yes.
lose him or unless he dissolves in bathwater or something like that, which I highly.
He doesn't. I tried.
Okay, but my parents might be in peril, so that might be a thing that we can
Yes,
have to hurry up.
that's why I was asking what's the plan to get them.
We just proceed with the plan, which is get the tuning key. We go back to powerful lady that scares me quite a lot, and we let her cast a spell on us.
What is this tuning key, Tiala? Have you heard of something like that? Do you know what it is?
Do I know what a tuning key is?
Or do I even maybe know what it is? If it's some
Or
arcane
what it
thing?
looks like. That's important.
Make an Arcana check.
Both of us?
Me too.
Yeah, both of you.
DM, check your chat. I just had an idea which I sent.
Yeah, I know, and no, I have another.
Oh, okay, good. Just came to mind.
I got a
I
17.
vote 11.
Neither of you has heard of anything like this, like what a tuning key is, or it being any kind of part of a spell as well.
Well, but she said that we just need to ask the monks, right? That we want to get the tuning key and they will let us into some sort of, I don't know, dungeon or whatever.
Catacombs.
Catacombs, yes.
I wasn't paying.
To retrieve it.
Yeah. Apparently.
Should be easy enough, right?
We've done something similar before. Right?
But supposedly it's some sort of challenge to see if we fulfill her requirements.
I don't get that.
Do you think this is some sort of, I don't know, game to her, Chala?
Do I? I don't think so. I think she wants to like see if we're up for hell. Because if we die here, we're just going to find that tuning key, then we would die instantly in hell. So I wouldn't call it a game, but I think she has like a little plan to test us. Yeah.
By the way, I'm sitting under the tree tuning my lute.
Mm-hmm.
Ding, ding, ding,
You break a string?
Tune. Ding, ding, ding. No, I'm just tuning it
Yeah.
with this key.
There's like some
Ding, ding,
some
ding,
faint
ding, ding,
some faint noises coming from outside.
Tune. Da, 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 da.
So, but Freon, are you concerned about it? Are you against it? You have anything
Against what? Against rescuing your parents? No.
and against this whole going to hell or even doing whatever this lady asked for thing?
No, not really. I mean, of course, I would like to stay here, study all the books, but I
I
can
mean, we can
see,
come back, so
We will
yeah,
come back
in a
one way or
month
another.
or so. Yeah. I don't know what we expect or what awaits us in hell.
I think
well,
if
I guess nobody does.
but that's the thing. I think, and if this really is afterlife, and I have no idea about this, but like, if it really is afterlife, I'm pretty sure everyone would have something to do in there. Whether it's talking to someone they've lost a long time ago, or rescuing someone that shouldn't be dead yet, or don't know, just seeing the sights, whatever. It ought to be an interesting adventure, at least. You know, worth the
Oh yeah,
time.
definitely.
So, I'd say tomorrow we just depart and search for the catacombs and do the thing.
We do the thing.
Yeah.
Yes,
All right.
I definitely need a good night of rest.
Oh god, yes.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Is there anything else you want to do in the evening? Also, the dawn? Anything specific?
To make sure the dawn doesn't
Um,
follow us.
I see the guys don't want me, so I'm. I picked up my the book which I've got from the Candlekeep library since
A
I
bunch,
have
yeah.
since I have a very good connection to them, like other people don't have in this group. And yeah, I'm probably gonna head down to those catacombs that we were talking about because they said that's probably the way I could get to Mona. So,
You
but let me see.
you hear
Hmm?
that? Bro, did you hear that from
No,
us?
no, no. This is
Oh, okay.
between the DM and me because I also have a history, which you haven't heard yet because I was going to tell you, but you threw me away. So,
By pure coincidence, we're going to the same direction.
a pure coincidence, yes, but so we'll probably meet up somewhere there. So I'm going to
Yeah,
see
but
that I
where are
get.
you spending the night? Also in
Yeah,
the inn?
well,
Or-
the problem is I don't have any money left anymore because I spent it
all right, got
spent
it.
it all making friends, but
Yep.
I am very persuasive, and I'll probably just find a young or probably an older woman which has money and kind of talk her into letting me stay with her. I'm pretty good at that, I can charm. So
There's
I'll charm a buxom wench for the night and
give me a persuasion roll. There are
yes,
like
yes.
except for the House of Rest, there's only like the dormitories of the local scribes
Oh,
on the
well, maybe
opposite
there's
side of the courtyard.
maybe there's a nice old elderly scribe there. 13 plus 9 is 22.
All right.
22. Oh,
Easy
I'm
enough. You
a rather
you you kind of
middle-aged,
you kind of
good-looking.
snake your way into after a night of celebration and stories. They kind of just
That's a good
embrace
guy.
you and take you inside so
Oh,
you can sleep in front of the
oh, that's nice. Yes.
fireplace.
Oh, that's nice. Well,
All
I
right.
will. I will be gone in the morning. You won't even miss me.
What about the rest? Anything specific, or are you going straight to bed?
I'm gonna go outside and use the sky ride again to message Flesky.
Okay. What are
Like,
you putting in there? You using like clouds, or what is it?
yeah,
Your okay, cloud
Flesky, we're
shapes.
at Candlekeep. Come to Candlekeep.
All right.
Nice here. They have books and free
They
wine.
have books
In free
and
wine.
weird people that are pestering us.
All right. So, then if there's nothing else, uh, Blackwater, is there anything you want to do for the night, or also straight to bed?
Got nothing to read. I've got no one to communicate. Nah, I think straight up
All
sleeping.
right. So you have a very nice night's rest, all of you. And then you said you wanted to head directly towards somebody that points you to what Ethel said, the catacombs, and about retrieving a tuning key.
I'm going to do the skyride again in the morning.
Okay.
Or we can basically probably just ask any of the monks that are standing around everywhere.
Yeah. One of the older ones says, "Oh yes, well, I could show you at least the way to the entrance towards the catacombs if that is what you seek."
Could you describe how the tuning key looks like? Do you know that? Do you have a picture,
Oh,
a
I
drawing?
have never retrieved one so far. Usually, it is very, very, very rarely that a tuning key is required, and it is definitely protected by lots of things, um, just for security measures, even within the keep itself.
Things?
But I can at least show you where the library keeps these.
Would you happen to know what these things are or look like that protect the tuning key?
Ancient security measures, some challenges of the wits, for example, or other uh, more challenges for the mind, if you would say. We don't have any dwarven golems or anything like that standing around, if that's what you mean.
That's exactly what I wanted to know. Thank you.
And the tuning key is a physical object, like a key.
Like I said, I only know they exist. I have never retrieved one myself or seen one.
Hmm.
It is not. I can only recall once, maybe in the past 30 years or so. And you see that this guy's probably over 60. Uh, that a tuning key had to be retrieved for whatever reason.
Do you remember what that reason was?
Oh no, that's far back. I was pretty uh, much younger and energetic back then, and I wasn't part of the retrieving team, so to speak.
Is there anyone of the retrieving team still alive?
I don't think so. Usually, the monks here kind of leave Candlekeep after they have found what they're looking for. Some stay long, some leave as early as a couple weeks that have passed. I've been here very long, but I don't think anybody is still here the last time this happened.
So you haven't found what you're looking for?
Uh,
Or you just like it here?
I have found what I'm looking for. That's exactly that. I feel very content here. Who
I
wouldn't,
can
among all
imagine.
that knowledge? You don't need to go outside if everything you seek for is in here. Sure, it gets boring after a while, but you kind
Oh,
of
well.
find a way to make your own entertainment.
Have you read all the books around here already?
Oh, no, nobody could ever read all the books in one lifetime.
Well, then
That
how are you
Candlekeep.
bored?
Well, I'm not bored, but you know my eyes on what they're supposed to be. It takes longer to read a book, and there's more than just staring on a page all day.
And the Wi-Fi sucks. Yeah.
So do you want me to show you the way now or not? I still have a few other chores I need to take
Yes, that would
care
be
of.
most kind.
Okay. He kind of like leads you again through the main courtyard of the weird amalgamation of different buildings, and kind of leads you down a set of spiral stairs similar to the ones you went upstairs to meet with the lore master. And after a while, he ends at the top of the stairs, and you see that there's still a staircase just leading down, pretty far, probably 100 or so feet further down, lined with a few torches. He says, it's just all the way down at the end, and down there you will find the entrance. Yes, this is as far as I can bring you. I do not have any authorization, but if you say that you are here on the Lore Master's request, then may fate be with you, and we will see you hopefully atop soon again.
Thank you.
Parallel to this, the night before, of course, I used all my persuasion, charisma, and good song and cheer to get all the information I can from the scribes. Of course, because I was also told I would find my Mona probably where I'm heading towards. Would I know that I had to go to because I'm in? I
Yeah,
met
while
up.
while the rest of you is making your way down this set of stairs, you come to the end of it, and you do see a big chamber with a large stone wall ahead of you. You recognize already standing down there. You see the shape of Don Alfonso kind of looking at the wall by himself, trying to figure stuff out. You see that the stone wall itself in front of you is pockmarked by a series of what look to be like 4 fist-marked holes, and they are spread apart pretty fairly, about 5 feet or so in between them. And there's like a set of what look to be ancient Eladrin ruins on the top. Don, you don't really understand what they say. That's what you've been trying to figure out so far. But yeah, none of you can read it except for Tiala.
Ready player
And
Oh
four.
yeah,
yeah.
Fleon as well. True.
Yeah, what
Foremost
does it
and
What does
say?
it? Yeah.
It's
The runes themselves are very ancient, but kind of like basic still. But in ancient Eladrin, they kind of speak out, reach in and speak that which you hold dear.
Ah. I
But
turn
only
around.
only
Yeah.
Fleon and Tiala know this.
Yeah. I turn around as I hear someone approach.
Yeah, you see them.
Kind of grab for my
Yeah.
rapier because I don't think I said, it looks like we do have the same goals, or at least the same ways. We meet again. Kind of in a pissy mood because I was not treated very nicely. Did you like my wine?
Yes, it was very nice.
Oh, that's very kind of you, milady.
so Leon, Tiala?
Yeah, Blackwater, yeah, you have no idea what it says and
No,
what's up
I'm
with the
also.
holes.
I walk up the wall, reach in, and say the name of my aunt.
I
On
The
walk
name.
whatever.
Okay, what's the name that you speak?
I don't know.
I walk up and do the same.
I say it very quietly so nobody hears it.
Ah,
We don't know what to do because the only one who knows what to do are Freon and Tiala, right?
Yeah.
Blackwater and I are just standing there looking at these holes saying, oh, nice.
I'm copying Tiala, just trying to do exactly the same as she does.
Great
Okay.
architecture.
Yeah, you see her reaching in and just muttering something.
I go and mutter something like, I don't know what the hell is going on.
Tiala, you feel that suddenly something is, after reaching in, you see it goes like all the way up to your arm. And you feel that something is there, but you can't quite grasp it. But there's something almost as if you were trying to touch like a moist air, that something is there. It's different than outside, but there's nothing you can grasp.
Did you feel something, milady?
It feels weird.
Hmm.
Leon, care to join me?
You said it feels weird, and then you asked me to join you.
Yeah,
In
right.
a
I don't think
positive
so.
way.
I don't know what to do. I'm the big mouth of the bunch here, I know, but maybe 4 holes, 4 arms at the same time. But I don't know what to do and what we have to say because I can't read the inscription. So, if
You
any
have
of you
to
can
reach
read,
in, and
I
you have
reach
to
in
speak that you hold dear.
what I hold dear. Okay, maybe we have to do it at the same time. I don't know.
Well, I'm still standing there with my arm in.
Well, I'm gonna do the same then. I reach in
Yalla, are you
and I
stuck?
say,
You need help?
and I.
I'm not stuck. Am I stuck?
You are kind of like inside and you try grasping and try pulling out, but something is holding you from
I'm stuck.
pulling your arm out.
Well, I go in and I.
Yeah,
I
you have the
whis-
same sensation. There's
Yeah.
something at your fingertips that you can't
Yeah.
quite grasp, almost if trying to grasp mist or something.
And I whisper,
And
Mona.
you try also to remove your arm, but it doesn't
Mm.
work.
Shall I get the
Well,
oil
gents,
so we can save
I'm
Tiala?
I'm stuck too. I still think we all have to do it, but
And what? Then all 4 of us are stuck here, and then what?
no, I think it's like a key, like an entrance. Come on, use your brain, little man. Come on.
I'm
You
using my
guys
brain.
been
What if we get
No,
stuck here?
you're acting like assholes all the time. All of you are very ignorant. The only one being nice to me is Tiala. I'm a legend. I'm a legend. I'm a folk hero. I'm not a witless, brainy bard. I know my things, and believe me, I've heard of these tales before. Sometimes you have to pool your powers and do it at the same time. So reach in, say what else is the dearest to you, and I bet you if my friend the dwarf does the same, this door will open. Trust me on this.
If I do
Once
this,
again, trust me.
if I do this, could you then turn around and like let us do our thing? And you come in
We
like
have
2 hours or something?
I can do that too, but you will see. It
After we
looks
open
like
up.
we are tended to be a group. I do not know what I've done to things, except that I'm a little bit flamboyant.
You're slightly
But-
penetrative. So to
Well,
speak.
you all have a gender problem.
Not in that sense, but alright.
Taking my scarf behind me with my
Yes,
free,
you're
with
still
my free,
stuck.
with
Still
my
stuck with one
yeah,
arm.
with my free hand and adjusting my sunglasses. Yeah. So
I kind of
that's
want
just.
to poke you
Come
with a
on,
knife.
guys.
Kick
It's
him
a
in the
riddle.
nuts.
Yeah.
I'm just mentioning, if it works out, remember who told you. So,
Not you.
Not you.
well, the wall, but I suggested that we do it at the same time.
Wow.
I'm using mage
Well, this
hand.
is not. This is never. By the way, this is never going to work. Please kill off Don Alfonso. We're going to have to bring back the barbarian.
I'm so
This
close
is never
to...
going to work. This is never going
Well,
to
he's
work.
stuck at the wall now. Just hack him to pieces.
That's what I said. Let's get the oil, free Tiala, wait until he starves to death or something, and then come back.
Do
So
we see
Tiala
any
and-
corpses lying around? Stuck
No,
with
no.
their arms inside.
No corpses lying around.
Guys, don't be party poopers.
Do you
I'm
really
using
mean?
my mage hand to reach into the hole.
All right. The mage hand it goes like all the way in.
Right. Bard,
Oof.
Bard. If I do this and it works, could you be less flamboyant, please? And less talkative?
If we can agree to that you don't attack me at everything, I didn't do anything to you. I still think that we have the same
I ask you a yes or no
agenda.
question. Just say yes.
If it works out, will you trust me?
No.
No.
Then do what thou wilt.
Yeah, okay. Fine.
Just as a thing earned hard
No, this
with
is-
everybody.
Not
This
with
is not
money.
working
That's the
out.
thing. Not with money. I throw my hand.
So
in.
yeah, you
Fuck it.
It
Okay.
wasn't money. He was giving them from his home the most expensive thing which he thought you would enjoy.
I chose
And he
that.
spent all his money.
Motherfucker,
Yeah.
I chose that.
Yeah, you was a very evil person taking this poor man who just wants to be friendly to you and say, "Well, I'm going to take the most expensive thing on the list." And Levi say, "You know what?
Friendly
Yeah, but
is
that's
a terrible way of pronouncing penetrative. Like
Oh, yes.
excessively. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, but you have the same sensation, Blackwater. Something at your fingertips that you can't quite grasp, and your shoulder becomes stuck.
Squishy,
What
hard.
did he say? I was listening.
Oh, you were not?
Yes, I was.
I'm
I
at
don't
the
know
other
if he
end.
spoke anything yet.
he has to speak something."
I thought we had to do it at the
Currently,
same time.
he's just stuck.
Oh.
Three of you are stuck.
Bye, Freon.
Right. I'll be back in 14 days. Gonna have a look at the books now.
See ya, bitches.
Well, shit.
So yeah, everybody in there with their left or right arm.
Yeah, but I can reach in and take out my hand crossbow and shoot someone in the head now since he's hanging in there.
Hey, I can take off my gun and just shoot you straight between the eyes.
Everybody's stuck in there just
My God,
slurring insults back and forth.
Hey, you were the one suggesting the crossbow
Hey,
thing
it's your
first.
fault we're stuck in here.
Oh, God.
The mage hand doesn't do anything.
Doesn't seem like it. I mean, you don't really feel through mage hand. You just send it in, and it kind of vanishes in the hole ahead.
Yeah, but can I grasp anything?
You can
with
grasp it, and you see the mage hand pulling back out, but there's nothing that it has to it in its grasp.
it? Well, I reach in.
All right. As
I
soon
thought-
as Freon's hand goes in, you suddenly all feel something to the touch of you at the end of this hole. Something feels weird, but it's definitely something is there now in your hand. And you suddenly feel a kind of release in your shoulder and are able to pull back out your arms if you wish to do so.
Did we all say our little thing? I guess not.
No.
No. I pull back and
Okay.
Kinda wait.
Don, you're holding what looks to be a nice little braiden piece of auburn hair in your hand.
with a red bow.
Yes, with a red bow.
Mona. I kind of smell. Try to smell the perfume or something if it
Yeah.
reminds me.
It does
of my Mona.
definitely remind you of her and her typical smell.
You see tears rolling down the side of my sunglasses, which I try to hide away because
It's a
you are
soap opera.
also evil, so evil. Not a soap opera. It's a Spanish. You know what is it? A foto de telenovela, huh?
Literally soap
telenovela.
opera, yeah. That's it.
Yeah, so I just kind of very quietly hold it to my heart.
Mm-hmm. What's with the rest?
What do you mean? What do we hold?
Are you pulling the arm? It's currently still in. You're
Oh,
just
yeah.
grasping
Yeah.
something.
I'm
Absolutely.
willing
Yeah.
to pull back.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Blackwater, you kind of clink. It clinks while you're pulling it out, and you see the familiar bottle of homebrewed peppermint schnapps in your hand.
I hug it very dearly.
For you, Freon, you pull back, and it feels really weird, the form that you're holding. And pulling out your hand, you can finally see that the oh, hang on. I had to look this up. Give me one quick second because I need my notes for this. Oh, what was it? What was it? What was it? 1 second. I think I put it in roll 20 even. We have over here. Nope. There we are. Items. We have. Yes. You pull out what resembles a very otherworldly crown. It has weird spikes to it and is made of a metal that you recognize as being chardalin. That's the name of this metal. And you do know that this metal itself is only found within the outskirts of the Icefell Peaks where East Acre ends in your home region. And you do find engraved on this crown that there are several runes, but they are of all kind of different languages. They're not of one certain language, but you find Infernal on there, Dwarven, you find the common tongue on there. Not words, but just single letters and characters that are engraved all over this metal crown.
Your Highness yourself.
Tiala,
Yes.
as you pull out your hand, you feel and see that what you're holding in your hand seems to be a branch of some sort that you immediately recognize from the looks and smells of it as being from one of the trees growing in the whitewood. And around it, wrapped basically around this tree, almost as if the tree had grown around in parts of it, you find a very silver, very delicate kind of ring that you recognize as being the one that your aunt usually carries.
Can I get it off the branch?
You try, but not without force, it seems.
Oh,
And as you're all standing there, suddenly all of these belongings that you're holding just crumble to ash
No.
and
Whoa.
kind of just vanish in the air. At the same time, you hear just this as the wall that was in front of you now suddenly splits and opens until a maybe like 3 to 4 foot wide door that leads further on into darkness. But there's a wind kind of howling against
Looking
you.
over to Blackwater. Not saying anything. I'm just looking over, saying.
Not
Just
saying anything.
I didn't say anything.
Uh-huh.
I'm just looking at you.
So, what are you doing?
I'm going in.
Into the darkness, into the gloom
Yep.
with your dark vision.
I give
All
the
right.
Don. I give the Don.
Tiela vanishes in the darkness in front of you, going in first.
Yeah, I follow her.
I give the Don a very
Alright.
disapproving look, but a thumbs up with it, and I follow.
You don't see anything, Blackwater.
I just try to grab like Freon's clothes and just basically eyes closed, just waltz into it.
All right. And the Don?
The Don doesn't know what to do because the Don is not being approved by this group at all. Even though now we more or less opened the door together, but
The Don can also wait.
yeah, it's. I'm kind of disappointed now that the only sign of Mona crumbled now,
Mm.
and that was the reason for me to go to get to hell. But I thought it would be with the group, so is the door staying open or is it slowly closing?
The door is open and the rest has vanished in darkness.
Yeah,
you
they've
don't
gone.
see or hear anything.
Trying to see how far something which I can use to see, except maybe a torch, probably.
What do
Yeah,
you
you
mean?
have
The Great
torches
Don
with
does
you.
not have night vision.
I'm one not
human.
Leonin. Where am I? I'm from the islands.
You're just
I
a
don't
human, yeah.
I'm human. I'm from the island. I'm an island boy like you. We're more close than you think.
Yeah, that's what I fear.
Yeah. Yada yada yada. Yeah, so I just I light a torch
All right.
and follow closely to behind, not
Okay.
still I'm still not sure after I'm because I'm usually this is not known for me. I'm always so full of myself, this is everybody loves the Don, everybody wants to party with the Don. The Don is great, and nobody likes me here from these three except Tiala. She's nice, but the other two hate my guts, so I'm
It's
just
just
gonna
being nice.
follow closely
All right.
without giving them the feeling that, oh, now he's following us. No, fuck you, I'm going alone. Pissers. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to use, because I also have that, I'm going to use my mage hand to carry the torch in front
Carry
of
the
me.
torch. All right.
Yes.
So
That's what I'm
you
going to
all
do.
make your way one by one through this dark, gloomy hallway. It goes on seemingly for 5 minutes or so, and then opens up into another large chamber. As you enter, you see suddenly, like flickering to the left and right, a few torches that come on by magic, it seems. And you see that this is a chamber a little bit bigger than the one before. It seems to have no exits, but you see around in the middle of this room would look to be four big altars almost. And around these altars there's again the similar set of Eladrin runes around.
What do they read?
It's two parts on each of the altars. The first one says, "Feast upon one another's fears and frailties to pass." And the second part says, "Speak your weakness or terror."
I don't like this one.
And it is the same inscription on all four of these altars. And the only way out seems to be the way that you came from.
Where I'm standing now in the hallway, looking at you three guys, waiting to see what you guys do, because I can't read any of this, and
You can
I'm
see
not.
us?
Yeah.
I'm on my mage hand. It's holding the torch.
Yeah,
Oh, true, yeah.
definitely.
You probably only see a mage hand holding a torch,
You
and
see
I'm
some light in the back of the chamber
Yeah.
since you just like hurried along it in darkness, but the room you're standing in now is lit by torches with the altars in it.
Okay, so I can extinguish my torch and just kind of wait there and kind of peek and see what they're gonna do.
What was the first sentence?
Feast upon one another's fears and frailties to pass. Speak your weakness or terror. Doesn't seem to be
Fears.
any kind of like specific order to these sentences, but these are definitely two distinct sentences that you make out among these Eladrin runes on each of the stone altars.
Both fears and weaknesses, shouldn't they be basically the same? Is that dumb? I mean, I feel like it would be the same. Or, I mean, I'm mortal, so my weakness is, I don't know, being dropped at high speeds on the ground, for example.
But that's not necessarily a fear.
No, that's not a fear, but it's a weakness. That's why I'm asking, like,
Yeah.
are these two the same? Or are we talking about two different things? So the first one says that we have to tell each other's our fear, I guess?
It's four altars or two, sorry.
It's four.
I get out my lute and start composing a song. in the half dark of the thing. Ding, ding, ding,
Clink.
ding, 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 ding. As I walk through the darkness and the shade.
I'm gonna go closer and inspect.
Okay.
one
Make
of the
a
altars.
make an investigation check.
21.
21. These are very basic stone altars, rough hewn, and the only sense of adornment on them are these Eladrin runes that are carved into them on the side, all around them.
I'm gonna sit on one.
Okay. You sit on one. It's very comfy. You have a nice overview of the room sitting there.
Feel cozy, Your Highness.
Worship me.
What was the sentence or the sentences again, please?
Feast upon one another's fears and frailties to pass. Speak your weakness or terror.
Rise and be counted.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
So does anything happen when Tiala sits?
Nope.
Anybody afraid of anything?
Barcelona. Christian name was
I mean,
How about spiders?
yeah, kind of.
Just come here, sit down, and say spiders. Maybe something happens.
I do exactly that.
Okay.
I don't like spiders.
So you sit where Tiala sits with her on the stone
On her lap?
altar. I don't know.
Wait,
No.
where did you
Here? Where
point?
do you sit?
Where
On
did you...
the altar next to me.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So you sit there, and as you say this, you see on the far side of the room where one of the other altars is, something suddenly starts to form at the top of it, almost as if it would be coming out of the stone itself. You see what looks to be the form of a miniature giant spider,
Oh, God.
but the material that it's growing from seems to almost be a kind of fungi. And then it just stops there, stops growing.
Isn't everyone kind of afraid of spiders? If we all just sit down and say spiders, shouldn't this thing just open up?
I don't care about spiders, but I'm not listening. I get out my book and start reading this Candlekeep book. This is very interesting Candlekeep book. Do I have enough room? Let me see. Get my
Rion, are
mage.
you
I
afraid
put
of
the
spiders?
No, not spiders.
Or
Turtles.
turtles? Wait,
I don't
seriously?
like turtles.
So how do you deal with our
Turtle friend.
our quartermaster Fudge?
Well, he's a turtle, not a turtle.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Yeah, that was my mistake, actually. Apologize. So, you want to try it out? Maybe a turtle appears.
What happened to the spider? I'm sorry, I'm a bit slow in the heat today.
Basically on the far side of the altar, a small little fungi has grown in the form of a spider.
So is
and
one
it's
of
just
us
resting
supposed
there.
to eat it?
You can try.
Ooh. Ew.
Eat the spider.
What? It's a spider made of schwammel.
Schwammel.
A schwammel spider. A schwammel spinny.
Episode name right there. Schwammel.
Schwammel spinny. I think
Amazing.
feast
Didn't it
upon
say
isn't it
feast
like,
on
yeah, but
feast
don't you
on the
feast your eyes?
fears?
Says
Yeah,
feast
that-
upon one another's fears and
fears.
frailties to
I'll
pass.
take a bite of the spider.
Okay. You take a bite. It tastes like ash, but at the same time, the rest of this fungi also crumbles to ash, similar as the objects that you held in your hand before. And suddenly there's this big cracking sound, and one of the altars where it grew on has this big crack in the middle of it.
That seemed to have worked. Or not.
Leon, you mind if I bite on your turtle?
That sounds wrong.
That
know what I
sounds
mean.
very wrong.
You know what I mean.
can I bite on your turtle? Please let that be the episode. Freon, can I bite your turtle? God. I overhear this and said, maybe that's a song. Freon,
please
may I
don't.
bite your turtle? And
Can you
then
just
I'll
send one of the
choke and
fireballs along that passageway?
Just to see if there's something like that might
Yeah,
be coming.
yeah.
Yeah. I lift my shield.
I duck because I overheard this.
Okay, I put it back.
Stop singing and get back to reading.
Or Tiala, I don't know what anything. Spiders as well. Or any of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to one of the. Sorry.
Yeah,
Tiala.
no, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to one of the other altars.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna say anything though,
Mhm.
and just sit on there and think of my fear.
Mhm.
But nothing
Nothing
grows and
happens.
happens.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
No rise and be counted.
God damn it.
Same.
I'm gonna whisper something,
Okay.
and maybe a big scary demon appears.
What are you whispering?
It's a big
I
scary
don't know
demon
any
apparently.
demon names.
Random demon names or specific
No,
demon
I'm
names?
whispering the name of the kind of demon that killed my mother.
Hang on a second.
Some deep backstory.
Yeah. Hello, Tiala.
Yeah.
Mom just was killed by a bad demon, and I'm a really, really cool princess.
Okay. Satyala, you whisper this ancient, old, forgotten, and dark name that carries almost like sends you a shiver down your spine, just like having this pass over your lips. And on the altar next to you, right where Freon is sitting, there's this little figurine of a very monstrous looking being, a white almost in its appearance, with long clawed hands and spikes that reach out of the far side of the back, and it changes the like form to be corporeal again until it kind of just becomes this mass of almost mist, and then changes back to this uh, demon form again, also this fungi, and then it just rests there atop the altar.
Looking at how.
Again, Freon.
Oh, you want to eat? Okay.
Really? Again? I thought it's Blackwater's turn now.
I'm
Okay.
on my way already.
Had my taste of ash.
Oh, is that how it tastes like?
Mmm.
Never mind. Hey, you want to
No,
try this
fruitcake,
one
fruitcake.
Potatoes.
raw or cooked?
Potatoes.
Raw.
Oh, fuck yes. I go
Start
over and just
singing
chomp
the
on the head.
All right, so you bite it off. It tastes like disgusting ash, but also here and then the rest of it just vanishes in your hand, and again a big crack, and also this stone altar has a big crack in the middle down of it.
Perfect.
I
So-
change
Yeah.
books. This is boring. I'm going to change in another book. Let's see what
I'll whisper my fear as well.
Mm-hmm. What do you whisper?
Losing my freedom.
Losing your freedom. Okay.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm
You
gonna listen in.
you whispered the word, And on another far side of the room, you see growing bigger than the rest. These spores that kind of form, liquefy again, and try to give some sort of form, and suddenly then give the appearance of what looks to be a almost kind of resembling a hand axe of some sort, with a slight discoloration on one end of it where the axe's head, the head's blade would be, and it comes to a rest right there.
Feel free to take a bite.
Yalla?
Hey, Don!
You hear this, Don Alfonso, as Tiala shouts into the passageway.
I get up, stretch. Milady, you called? Something you need?
Leon cooked dinner. Go eat.
No. You're not playing nice. I don't want to play. Sit
But
back down.
otherwise, it's
Out.
not gonna work because you can't eat your own fear, I think.
I have no idea what you're talking about. What is fear? Why do
Oh,
I eat
well, the
fear?
riddle says that we have to feast upon another fears. And you have to speak your weakness or terror to the altar. And then those mushy mushroom things appear.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to eat them. Well, another person has to eat them.
No. Well, and I'm supposed to do this for Freon, who doesn't even think I'm worth existing? Or do I do it for Blackwater, who
You're doing
we
it for
wanted to
yourself. You're not
Well,
doing
you're
it for
eating
us. You're doing it for
Fion's
yourself.
fear.
If you don't do
But then
it,
I'm
none
gonna
of
eat your
us.
fear.
If that's the thing, if you don't do it, none of us proceeds. Neither you nor us. So
closing my spectacles, looking over to Blackwater, saying, "Now, do you finally realize that maybe we might be a team?"
no.
No, we're not.
Just because we're cooperating on these few passageways does not mean that we're in a group.
They both need some time to warm up. They're
Yeah,
always like that for the first few years, you
yeah,
know.
but
For
this
the
is
first few years.
I don't know, because I don't want to. Why would I let everybody else show my fear and then they don't trust me? And no, this is a matter of trust, and this is no.
All right,
You can whisper it
I-
really quietly.
let's go home. Good. I get up and
Yeah.
just start walking away.
Right?
You don't want to
walking
get your
away.
parents anymore. Screw this.
I mean, I don't want to
No,
cooperate
you
with
with what?
with a child.
I
That's the
s-
thing.
I-
Like it's
he's a bard. He's a
it's
crazy bard.
yeah.
Is
I
what he
know. No,
is.
I'm not saying that
It's all
character.
he is. But
Exactly. That
it's
character
the
is straight up a
yeah.
man child, and it's just difficult
Yeah,
to
that's what he
cooperate
is.
with.
He's a man child.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a big man child. He's a fool. He's like a jester, and he's absolutely thing. But he didn't do anything to you in at the moment. The only thing he only went on your nerves. That's about it. But this is but the way you've been treated. Understandably, he doesn't want to agree. I mean, he's being hated by Freon. He's being ignored by Freon, hated by you. Tiala's the only one who can convince him to do something. Because and why should he? I
No, I get
tried
it.
twice. Yeah, he tried twice. You
Yeah.
know, why would he want to do this? He's waiting for something to
I mean,
happen.
I gave him
Go
a
on.
reason to, and he just said no, and that's it. Yeah, that's the end of the discussion. That's the thing.
It's never gonna work.
It's never gonna work. Quite
Yeah,
literally. Yeah.
it's never gonna work.
So
And I don't know why, but it's from the well to play to continue the game and not to be a party pooper, because when it comes to things like that, Donut Funds always plays the game. So I whisper my fear, and then I have to take a bite out of this mushroom thingy, which because he's afraid of axes or something. I don't get this, but
Exactly.
okay. Well,
Looks like it.
once again, looking over to the guys, giving Blackwater the look once again, like, "Hey, here again, doing it again. Maybe maybe you'll like me somehow, but here we go.
It's not about me
This here,
liking you. It's about
here
us,
goes
everyone
nothing."
progressing.
Yeah, but there's no trust in this group. This just is
No,
not going to
it's not a
work. But
group. That's the
okay,
thing. Just proceed. Just proceed.
it's no group, but we have to work as a group.
No,
Okay, just
go on.
well, this is the last thing I'm going to do together, and then if not, then I will. The Don will leave because this doesn't make sense. So I lean forward
Mhm.
and whisper towards the one open altar, which is still there.
Mhm.
My greatest fear is to lose my Mona forever, because there's nothing else that I'm afraid of except my. So the only thing that's where I'm woundable is not being made fun of, not being ridiculed or anything, but the loss of my darling wife. And so that's my greatest fear.
Okay, so on the last altar, you see this form of a very robust but beautiful woman that appears out of this fungi growth, just kind of like leaning back as if she had been slain by an arrow or something, clutching her chest and almost tumbling back. And this is where the fungi comes to a rest.
Then I go over to Freon's table and take a bite out of his axe.
Okay, tastes disgusting, like
Yeah.
dry ash, and the
So,
axe just dissipates in your hand, the rest of it.
okay.
And also, this
Your
loud
turn.
crack appears, and the third altar is
Yeah.
broken.
So up to
Um,
you now.
I'm gonna take a small bite, as small as possible, from the Mona
Okay.
figure.
As you already bite, like the part of it like dissipates and touches your face and mouth, and you get this sensation of disgusting ash on your lips and tongue. And also, the last crack appears in the last altar. And then there's another big rumbling and one more big crack that just echoes throughout the whole chamber as in one of the front walls, a big crack appears that kind of gets shifted off to the side and parts. And there's another passageway that continues, this time, another set of stairs down into darkness.
Let's go.
Mind if I join you? Because it looks like we need 4 of a kind.
If you're alright with not persisting in this whole group thing, temporary team, yes, we're not a group.
I agree.
I agree.
We're not
Perfect.
a group.
Handshake.
We're handshake.
Handshake.
All right. You continue on into the darkness.
I
With a mage
produce a
hand
flame
torch. Oh, okay.
so
And a mage
everybody
hand
can
torch
see.
following in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you make your
A
way
little
further
bit
down.
closer now since I'm allowed to.
You make your way further down, and the steps end onto another small little floor. And this is not even a chamber opening up. This opens up into what looks to be probably a large, extremely large cavern. And you see in front of you, there's a small little makeshift wooden pier with a boat that's just on this underground lake that just leads off. It's hard to tell the size of this cavern and also the lake that's here. The boat easily fits 5, maybe 6 people or so. You don't see any rudders or anything on it, and this cave and this lake just leads off into darkness. But you do see there's a light far ahead in what looks to be just dark emptiness further ahead past this lake.
How far ahead, roughly?
It's hard to pinpoint with it just being this glimpse of light in an otherwise just empty dark horizon. Even with dark vision, it's hard to tell how long or how big this lake really is in this underground cavern.
I'll send off Tara and have a look through her eyes.
All right. You send her out, and it's definitely farther than 100 feet. But after a couple of minutes, she returns and reports back to you that it's probably maybe half a mile, 3/4 of a mile that it continues on this lake. And there seems to be, where this light is coming from, looks to be like another pier with another doorway that leads off.
And that's the only way we can continue, right? It's just the pier and the lake
Yeah,
and
exactly.
nothing else. Well, I guess we need to get on that boat. There seems to be another pier all the way across the lake.
I go sit in the boat.
All right.
Okay. You sit in the boat, and what you immediately notice, Tial, is that it's rather steady, rather stable.
Seems safe.
I hop in.
Yeah, I'll step in as well.
All right.
Yeah, I'll close up the rear, trying not to get too close to the group, standing in the back and a little bit in the boat. Moping.
All right.
Moping.
You all enter the boat, and as your foot leaves the pier, Don, the boat immediately starts moving by itself across the lake in this eerie dark, just with Tiala's flame that she's producing, and the mage hand still carrying the torch alongside you. It carries you without any incident or event across this lake, and you exit it on the other side. And the doorway that is there now has steps rising up into. You see a couple of torches at the end of it, and it seems to be opening up into another chamber further ahead.
Did she mention how long it's gonna take to get to where we want to?
60 years.
No. Well, then up the stairs.
I don't know what the story you group got, but I was told by the scribes and by the Candlekeep masters of lore
I mean,
that
all that
Yeah.
you know from reading and asking
Yeah.
around so far is that whatever you need to find a way to the hells, it seems to be
Yeah.
tied to some kind of tuning key. That's just a term that has been thrown around here and there, and
But
that it seems to be important.
that's what they know.
No, that's what you know as
Oh,
well
I
from
also
asking
know
around and
I also
looking at
know
books
this
and stuff.
tuning
Yeah.
key. Okay, good. I didn't know that.
You just know that something is needed called a tuning key. What it is,
Okay.
no idea.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So you also are looking for this tuning key, I guess, so we all can get in. Okay, so once again, temporarily we have the same interests.
So
Oh
you
my God.
go up ahead.
I am so
Yeah,
out of
up the
character. I am
stairs.
so out of character.
Yeah.
This does not fit to the Don itself. I
Hey.
believe he's gonna kill himself around 9 o'clock now. Well, it is 9 o'clock.
You made the deal.
You make your way further up this, and it looks to be that you're entering another enclosed chamber with what where you're coming from is just the single entrance. You do see though that in this chamber, all there is a just empty walls around. There's a small little pillar on there as well. And you see that on the pillar is what looks to be almost carved from stone, but beautifully worked in a kind of harp, a harp like instrument. And there's another set of Eladrin ruins underneath that says to speak the answer. It brings back the lost as though never gone, shines laughter and tears with light long since shown. A moment to make, a lifetime to shed, valued in life, but lost when you're dead.
What?
Again, please.
It says, it brings back the lost as though never gone, shines laughter and tears with light long since shown. A moment to make, a lifetime to shed, valued in life, but lost when you're dead.
Can you like print that out and send it to us, please?
Sure,
Memory.
I can put it
No,
to
not
your
Not
to
love either.
your
No, memory.
Where is
No,
it?
because
Here we
memory is
go.
not lost when someone dies. You still remember them.
Your memory is lost when you die, though. Because
Yeah, but I don't think that's a perspective that we're looking at right now. It's neither love
by
because
the
you
way,
don't.
by the way, do we need the key, or I thought Ethel needed the key to get us there?
Mhm.
Once
That's what
again,
I mean. That's
Yeah.
what they had, yeah.
they had, and I just know
And
that
you just know that a tuning
we
key
have
is
to get a
needed
key.
to get to hell.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, so then I grab the key and run off.
Where did you send it? Did you
I
send
sent
it?
it to the War Room channel on
The
Discord.
war room.
Yeah.
War room.
It brings back the lost as though never gone, shines laughter and tears with light long since shown. A moment to make, a lifetime to shed, valued in life but lost when you're dead.
Life. I mean, life literally makes sense in all of these situations, right?
Breath makes sense as well, no?
And it says this in
Back to
Eladrin
life.
ruins as well. So
Yeah.
it's only Freon and
Okay.
Tiala
Yeah,
that basically
hopefully
can be
they're
used.
telling us this.
I read it out loud, yeah.
Thank
Okay,
you.
good.
That's the thing. It brings back the lost as though never gone. Both breaths kind of works.
That's
Yeah, life works.
that's why I thought memory, because if you remember somebody and you
Life lost as though
remember
never gone.
laughter, but you after tears.
Moment to make.
A moment is a memory and a lifetime to shed.
Yeah.
It takes a lifetime to get rid of a
When
memory.
you're dead. Yeah, you know what? I think memory might be right as well. Yeah.
I think it might be memory.
Do we need to speak these out in Ladrin or whatever the hell it is you guys speak or read? Yala, Your Highness.
I don't know if we need to suggest,
Could you
but
say
I try
Just the
it.
word, yeah.
could you say
What do
memory
you-
in Eladrin?
Well, I think it worked out in common before, so
Oh,
Actually,
okay,
true.
yeah.
Dumb
Yeah.
assumption. Yeah, I scream out memory. Raise my arms like something's supposed to.
No, nothing happens.
Mm.
Live.
There's a harp there as well.
Wait, oh, there's a harp, true. Oh, Don, you're good with strings, right?
I play the harp. I'm very proficient at the harp. If you would like me to try and sing out the memory.
Sure.
Yeah,
Plucking the harp and singing.
you as you try plucking the harp, you see that actually, while it is a very nicely like decorative element, the strings and everything else are made from stone.
Oh, so you can't play it.
It's like very fine, and you have no idea how somebody would ever carve something like that.
Yeah.
But it
Hmm.
is so thin, even for stone,
Yeah.
that it looks like it could be broken by just
By
touching it the
taking
wrong way.
Okay.
But
Okay, then.
do you have to sing to it, maybe? Maybe that's the indication? I don't know. That potential.
But
Well,
there's a pillar and there's the harp on it.
Yeah, the harp,
Yeah.
basically the pillar and the harp are almost made from one. It's like one set
Okay.
of stone block, and it just is like formed like a harp at the top.
Okay.
And these Eladrin ruins are carved around the bottom part of it.
Well, I sing towards the harp, memory.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happened. Okay, well, that's the wrong word.
Is it a chromatic harp or is it a harp like based on a scale?
It's just the harp.
Hey, don't give me that bullshit. I don't even know if that's a thing or not.
But yeah, the stone itself looks like normal stone, and the runes themselves are definitely ancient Eladrin.
There's no like clear place where a doorway would be where it should open or whatever.
No, it's
like
just
next
these
step.
3 plain walls around and the entrance that you came from.
Maybe we have to turn it or something, but like it looks very fragile. I don't want to, even though I have musician's hands, very
Yeah.
very fine and nimble.
Only
I
thing
don't
that
wanna
speaks
touch
against
them.
it is that it doesn't really relate to the text at all, so I don't see how that could be
No,
relevant.
it's the text wants a word.
Text
And
wants something, yes.
wants a word, and we tried our word.
As you spoke the word memory before, though, you did see what looked to be a slight little vibration on where the strings would be.
I'm going to try the plural, memories.
No, nothing happens, but the same little vibration again. That something is happening.
Memories of loved ones?
Springs back to loss, says don't know. Well, did it say one word? Speak the word. What did it say, Tiala? Speak a word or the word?
It says nothing about a word.
It just has the.
Or it just said speak. I thought it
Yeah.
didn't say something speak or.
It's just basically the riddle itself that's written in Eladrin on the stone.
I thought you said something. It said you have to speak.
No, that was the one before.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. No. So we don't have to say anything then, I guess. It's kind of weird.
Does it make sense that it's only one word though? Because beforehand it was always 4 things.
Oh.
I think we're away from the 4 idea now. I don't think that's.
It's not a bad thought though.
The
Because
the powers that be understand that the 4 of us will never work together.
It wouldn't surprise me if it was 4 things, because the riddle itself could point towards different things. Again, like memory, love, life, breath, even almost.
Does anything happen when Alton says those words?
Only as he says memory, there's a slight little vibration, almost as if the air would be like flimmering a bit
Could we?
I'm
around
gonna.
where the.
Sorry, could we say memory all at the same time?
Yeah, all 4 of us.
It sounds dumb, but maybe it happens.
Yeah, okay.
Let's try it, yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Memory.
Memory.
There's like a very large vibration going on, but nothing happens.
That's.
What happens if I say it in Eladrin?
As you say memory in Eladrin, almost this like kind of singing voice that the Eladrin language has to it when you talk. You suddenly see that where the strings are, it almost looks like if they are plucked, and it just gives this very faint but beautiful harmonic sound, just and then it comes to a rest once more.
Okay, everybody, repeat with me.
1, 2, 3. Dun, dun, dun. I pluck out my harp. Don't I have a harp with me? No, I have bagpipes and lute.
Oh god,
I
not
take my lute.
bagpipes.
I take my lute. Yeah,
Fur in the middle of
You have not experienced me to my full, but since you guys pissed off the Don even before even learning all about him, you will never experience my beautiful bagpipes.
Oh,
Yes,
don't
I try to
formulate it like
repeat
that.
on the lute.
It's easily repeatable. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
just
but I
these
use the lute
3
so
notes.
musically the 3 notes, since I have an ear for music, and play
Mhm.
on the lute. Ding,
Just to
ding,
kind of
ding.
memorize them
Yeah,
easily as well.
yeah, and repeat them on the lute.
That's the tune of the dramatic chipmunk meme. Just so you know.
Nothing happens.
And if you
guess.
sing
nothing
it in
happens.
that tonality and play it at the same time, just
I can,
trying things out.
I can try. Being
Yeah.
a bard,
You
I
do
play for my
so.
supper.
Nothing
La,
happens.
la, la.
What if I say memory in Dwarvish? In Dwarven?
It just like has this vibrational effect again.
I try after Tiala tells me how it's. I say it in like
Yeah, let's say it
memory
at the
in thing
same time,
at the same
everybody.
Yeah.
time in
I mean, what you're getting is that no matter
Yeah.
how you say it, as long as it's not said in Eladrin,
Yeah.
it just the harp
Yeah,
still
no.
seems to vibrate, and as you say it in Eladrin,
Yeah.
the harp plucks this tune again
Even at the same time while playing the lute.
at the same time. Yes,
All in the Ladrin. Nothing
all in
happens.
Eladrin.
Goddamn.
Same thing. The harp itself plays these 3 tunes.
So there's more to it. It's not just memory. Could you, Tiala, could you say life or love? Well, just to see if anything happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
Nothing happens.
Loving memory.
Only the part where you say memory again, these 3 keys just are kind of plucked on the harp
Gonna
itself.
say memory and think of a nice memory with my mother.
The same thing happens as before.
I,
3 keys are played on the harp.
I inspect the harp.
In this certain tune.
How many strings are there on the harp?
4.
You say
That's a tiny harp.
memories? Yeah, that's a tiny.
Yeah, we tried the memories
Yeah,
before.
true.
I didn't
Well,
change
yeah.
it.
Last string is missing, but I don't know if that's from the DM's face.
It doesn't look like it's missing.
No.
Can
As,
I
as
in-
in,
like a harp made for 4 strings.
as in, like the fourth note was not played.
Oh,
But
got it.
from your face, I would assume that that's not part of the.
No.
No.
Before we get into that,
All you do is say memory in Eladrin, and you get these 3 these 3 keys basically plucked on that harp in that certain tune.
Can I inspect the harp while I say it?
Sure.
And the whole room?
Make an investigation check.
can I help her?
Yeah.
Yes,
Make
please.
it with advantage.
Yeah, okay. 20. Not a natural one, but
All right. You are fairly certain that's all there is to this room.
mm.
And you're also
What
fairly
happens?
certain that there's nothing else hidden in this room.
Hmm.
You're fairly certain that that's it.
So we just need to keep spamming different words until something else happens. Go.
What happens if I say the word and think of a memory of all of us?
Same thing. 3 keys in the
Thinking
certain
real
tune.
hard.
No, just these 3 keys in the certain tune are played.
Can I sing the word in the tunes? Did we try that? In
Yeah, we
Eladrin.
did. Not
I
in
just
Eladrin.
tried that. Yeah, I repeated her song.
Yeah, you kind of like as you sing these three notes, you feel that there's a certain like power in them almost as you sing them. Like nothing happens, but there's just something more to it. Like it's just not you humming these three notes, but somehow you get the sense that you're also, while humming or singing these, that you're carrying some sort of power or information with you.
Did we try all singing together,
Yeah, we did.
holding hands?
Kumbaya.
Dancing our names.
Yep. The same happens to all of you, the same sensation as you hum or sing these notes. That you're carrying some sort of power or information with this audio that you're emanating.
Memory. Loving memory.
Yeah, all the time you say this, every time you say the word memory, this harp repeats.
It never gets
these-
stronger even if we just keep repeating it, right?
Nope. It's just the same old keys in that specific tune.
If we harmonize with it.
A beautiful harmonic of
Barbershop.
Basically,
Barbershop
a quartet
the same
with the
tune, but
strings.
you are
Memories.
but you are definitely getting still the same sensation that
Damn it.
Maybe it's all about boobs and they want us to say memories.
And it opens up. Done.
Tits. Memories.
Yeah, but from what you've like with your investigation before, you are fairly certain there is nothing more to this room or nothing more to this pillar as well. That's it.
So it's either a different word or the way we express this word, right? Is there any other
Yeah.
approach?
But you're
Or more than just one word.
fairly certain that's it.
Wasn't Tiala, didn't it say, was it just this? I thought it was something said you have to utter. No,
That's the previous one still.
yeah.
It brings back the lost as though never gone, shines laughter and tears with light long since shown.
After
moment.
spending an hour or two
Yeah.
just trying different things, you're fairly certain that there's nothing more to this room and that there's just no way that you could think of to
Yeah.
get
The
any other
past.
sound,
Is it the
any other
past?
sound from this particular
Past?
harp.
The past.
Past
Maybe.
memories. Past memories.
Or just the past or past. That's gotta be it. Come on. Open up.
No, past memories.
The same thing happens again, only with the memory part.
Hmm.
The strings on the harp play these three keys in a certain tune.
That's the tuning key.
Well, the whole fucking pillar.
No, the sound maybe, or the word memory.
Well, maybe this is it. Yeah, maybe that's the tuning key. Maybe you just have to have the. Maybe that's what Ethel needs, or that's what you guys need.
We take the harp with us.
It's pretty solid in
Yeah,
there.
you can't take it with.
We
think I have
write
enough
down the
balls to-
notes.
I mean,
We
by
can-
now you know these notes by heart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
remember.
You get the
Maybe that's
sensation
it.
every time you hum them that something is carried among
Yeah.
your voice.
Okay, she did say we would recognize it once we see it.
Yeah,
Well, obviously that's not the case.
unless you're stupid, of course.
I mean,
I mean, I don't know anything. I was just told I gotta find some tuning key. That's all I need.
yeah,
So,
that's what
I
we were
guess-
told as well. So
I mean, what Bramwell, what Don you read was that to get to hell, it's only possible for most folk via a plane shift spell, and for any plane shift spell, you need a
The
certain tuning key.
key.
Oh, you have no idea what a tuning key is.
So a tuning
None
key.
none of you.
Maybe a
does.
tuning key is just a certain amount of notes or a certain melody to open the door or to use the shift.
What key
So
is
maybe
this in, Odon?
I would see C minor.
Right.
No, no, no.
That's the tuning key. Go.
Well, that's the key. So remember this and sing it in the key. So with my musical bardic knowledge, I would say, if you would allow me to go with you to this Ethel, which I overheard has the way of coming. I just have to get to hell.
Yeah,
I don't even have to stay with you guys.
that's the thing. Might
If you
as
don't want to
well.
see my ass anymore, I want to get my wife.
Might as
The
well.
reason I can tell you my reason, my biggest secret. I lost the love of my life. She was stolen from me from denizens from hell. They kidnapped her, and I'm hoping to get her back. That's the thing. So I have to get down to
Sure.
hell. That's the only reason.
Hitch a ride. Let's go.
All right,
Another handshake, and off we go.
making your way back to the corridors. After plenty of time, you resurface back. I'm guessing you're gonna ask around to get back to Ethel,
Yeah.
and she, as you get up to where her office is, again the door is closed, and your guide leaves you at the end of the steps at the stairs.
Knock, knock.
The door opens by itself, and you see Ethel further along, further into this room, full of these hewn into the stonework itself, these shelves and bookshelves, and several tables strewn across with different, what looks like maps of places that you've never seen, other scrolls, some maybe spell scrolls of any kind. And you see Ethel standing in the middle of the room in this kind of inlet circular area where there's already, with what looks to be chalk, maybe a few insertions, lines, and runes that are carved down there. And as you enter, she turns around to you. So you have returned?
Yes.
And
Seems
I
like it.
see you've made a new friend along the way.
Yeah, I'm new.
So
I'm
did
done.
you bring what I've asked you to?
If the melody is the tuning key,
That is correct.
then we all four probably memorized it. Not speaking for the group, just kind of muttering it to myself, I guess, because
Sure, but
I just followed you.
you're the musician, if you may,
Yeah.
if you don't mind.
Okay, then I'll do my best. So the
Okay.
keys that we heard were, and I take my lute out and
As you play and also sing this at the same time, you see that there's, with the voice and also the sound that the lute makes, something is being carried. You see wisps that suddenly form, and almost like a choir like harmonic, kind of very audible but quiet still in the air around you, that just wraps itself around these certain keys. And you see that there's some light, and almost like wisps, the sound becomes visible, and you see that these kind of wisps of greenish light center around certain points of the circle area that Ethel was preparing. And you see, especially in those parts where there are certain runes were still missing, these wisps of light just come to a rest and form single runes, and all of the certain lines and runes of this particular floor now light up for a second in this flash of crimson red, and you see it almost looks like burning embers. These lines, the chalk seems to be burned up, and where these chalk lines are now just burned into the ground, these embers. And as she stands there, kind of looking at you, nodding, this is where we will pick up next week.
Ooh.
And yeah, we will have to see where this goes, because she might still have a few things to share for you, but I need to find I've been trying to find an image, but I didn't find one in time for today, sadly, which I need to pass on to you before you do anything else. And hopefully I will have that ready next week.
Okay.
All right. So, thank you, everyone. I mean, come on, Tuniki. Was it that hard?
Yeah, it was.
It's like, they have it. They have it all this time.
It's
Yeah.
But they're
yeah.
still searching
Yeah.
for it.
It's
Yeah.
the
It's just this kind
expectation.
of word. I know this kind of word. It's too simple.
No,
But
No, it was
that's not
also-
it.
Makes
It's
sense.
it's the early expectation of it being something physical. That's what
Exactly.
tricked me off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I also
That's the
thought it
fun
was way
part.
too early. I was
Yeah.
That as well.
expecting more.
That's what I thought as
I
well.
kept forgetting that. At the beginning I thought we're going to hell now, but it's no. We have to get the tuning key
Yeah, first.
to
Yeah.
get to. I wasn't thinking that. I thought this. I had the river Styx in mind, going down to
Yeah.
hell and something. So, and well,
Well, all right, but
what a
thank
very
you
good
for
story.
playing and for listening.
Too bad that Don Alfonso didn't come over as I had hoped he would, but
Well, yet.
we'll just kill him off.
It's not over yet, but like it depends on when we
There's
meet
still
up with Brian
some
Wolf.
once we get down to hell, there's some dude in amber jumping around. You can still collect him, and then he'll be back.
That highly depends on the DM.
Oh, we will see.
We will see.
We will see.
Also, if
Okay.
this was the test to make sure that we will not die in hell, I feel
Exactly.
like it won't be either. It won't be that difficult, or we will die due to our stupidity. It's one of the two.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the latter.
Yeah. Or distrust.
It's always the latter.
Not being able
Make
to
it
work
hurt.
together, probably, or something. Yeah. Okay.
All right, but yeah, we will continue next week, same time. So, thank you for listening and watching, and we shall see you then.
Cheerio.
Bye bye.
See you then.
Bye bye.
Bye.